Hey everybody, this is Daniel with Champion Industries, and we are back down in our training center today taking a look at a brand new product for 2021. Now we've completely redesigned this from the ground up. This is our Vortex powered 3-compartment sink. So this will be under the BiLine name, and the cool thing about this product is everything from the soiled drain board all the way down to the clean drain board, we can customize this product down to the T. So as you can see in this model I have down here, we have some soiled drain board, we have our scrap sink, we have our wash basin. We can do these anywhere from 36 inches up to all the way to 60 inches. And we can do the same thing for our rinse and our sanitized basins as well. So we can integrate these with any disposer of your choice, and we can really even get into some pretty intricate shapes. We've seen these in L shapes where they've gone into a corner. You give us the specification, we can match the need, but without any further delay, let's get in and start taking a little bit of a closer look. All right, so the first thing I wanted to cover is our control panel, because this is what the end user is going to ultimately end up interacting with as far as starting and stopping and getting some information from this unit right here. So over here on our left, I have our main power button. So when I come in, I'll want to fill this up with water or go ahead and turn that on, but you'll see that my start button over here on the right is not lit up because our machine here is keeping tabs on the water level inside of our wash basin. And if there's not enough water in there, or no water at all, it notices that and says, okay, well, I'm not supposed to turn on my heaters or be able to turn on that wash pump until I have the proper water level. So there's a sensor on the inside. So once I fill this up with water, then this will begin to, this will light up right here, letting me know, okay, I'm ready to go, or the machine's ready to go whenever you are. So when that is flashing, you will see that everything is full and the heaters have turned on. And then when this is pump is running, when I've hit the start button after that, it'll go ahead and be full and solid. And if for some reason this light is off, as it is now, like it says, tank level not satisfied, so it would need some water. So down here we have our change water indicator. So after every 4 hours of this running, it's going to let my staff know that it's time to go ahead and change that wash water and change my sanitized water, and may as well change that rinse water while you're at it. And it's just, again, to keep safe, keep clean, nice little reminder, because we don't want to keep using that same water all day long. And the last little thing we have over here is just a safety first kind of mentality. If for some reason this wash water is over the safe temperature of 115 degrees, it's going to let me know with this red light right here that, hey, this is a safety concern. We don't want anybody to get burned. So oftentimes we'll only see that happen with if somebody's got very hot house water from the heater and they fill the machine up with only hot water and it just happens to be over that temperature. Because our machine and our heater will keep tabs on that, that water as more of a maintenance heater, keeping it between a certain temperature and then underneath that 115. So there's our control panel in a nutshell. Let's move on to some of the other systems. So one of the common things you're going to see across this entire product is it is built like a tank. Everything about it is built for maximum durability and heavy duty work. So starting here at our scrap sink, right, we have our inserts that we use. So instead of just some flimsy little screens, I mean, we're talking maybe not heavy because it's not that heavy in weight, but it is heavy built. Heavy-duty scrap screens, right? Because we know what's going to happen with these. We're not clueless. We know they're going to take them over to the trash can and bang them out and throw them back in here day after day and year after year. So that's why we want those to be built just as solid as possible. Moving over here, here's some other things. These are some accessories that we have. We have our sheet pan racks. One that hangs off the back and one that hangs off the front. These are heavy-duty stainless steel welded rod hangers, and you just take your sheet pan, slide them down in there, and we know they're going to get taken out, thrown up under one side of the sink, pulled out when they need them again, and thrown back into the machine. And again, why not build it right the first time? And that's our mentality. So coming over here, we have our utensil basket. If you see this right here, that's a nice heavy-duty utensil basket. I mean, again, same thing. We know what people are going to do. They're going to, it's going to get some abuse, and that's just part of what we understand with our products. So we build them accordingly. Moving on past that, I'm going to bring the camera a little bit closer and go ahead and fill up this sink, and let's take a look at that action inside the wash sink. So the biggest change we've made to this sink right here really has to do with the wash action inside this wash basin here. So what we've done is completely re-engineered this from top to bottom, and our engineers here at Champion have outdone themselves this time, and I really mean that. So what they've done is actually employed the use of what they call CFD software. Right, so this is computational fluid dynamics. So this is the same way that they design, let's say, like airplane wings and things like that, right? So what they do is mock up the design and then show how the fluid will actually flow from the wash pump through the manifold, into the sink, back into the intake, and then back through the system from start to finish. And so what they're able to do is computer model that out to get the exact flow and turn inside this sink that they are looking for, right? Because what we're looking for in an agitating sink like this is not just throwing as much water around as possible, right? That's kind of the old way of thinking about these. It's really to get that proper flow so we can inject the right amount of air, because that truly does come into the equation as far as cleaning goes, as well as the right amount of heat, the right amount of flow rate, the right amount of pressure, and also just the shape of the actual, for lack of better terms, the vortex inside the wash basin. So I'm going to fire this up. We're going to throw this pan in. We're going to just take a quick look at this and how this goes. So let me go ahead and hit the start button. Let it get going here. And you see that nice roll. See how it just cuts right in, right about halfway through the top of the sink. So that's where the water is coming down, making that roll up against the front side of the basin, rolling over, and then catching itself as it goes back in. So check this out. So, as you can see with this amber pan, you've got a really nice roll inside here. Let me try to get a little closer. Pause button, and it's as simple as that right there. So you see that wash action we have inside here, and again, I don't have any detergent or anything at the moment, so we can actually see what we're looking at. But really, the placement of the jets, the size of the jets, the pressure, and everything that's coming through there allows for that proper tumbling action that gives us just the most efficient cleaning process we possibly can have. So the last topic I wanted to cover on this sink is probably one that's on just about everybody's mind, is why would I pay so much more for a powered and heated 3-compartment sink versus just a standard 3-compartment sink? And really the first thing that comes to mind is the biggest one of all, which is labor savings. So the amount of labor savings that one of these types of products can provide versus just a standard, a static 3-compartment sink where when you just have to walk up and wash and scrub and then rinse and then sanitize. I mean, labor rates are so high these days, and it's just on the forefront of everybody's minds. So one of these sinks right here, in every test we've seen done out there, can save on the labor of warewashing labor roughly right about 50%. And that's actually a bit of a conservative number, because you got to think about it. Like we said, with that static 3-compartment sink, when somebody's over here washing dishes, that's all they can do. That's it. They are dedicated to that one task: washing, rinse, and then sanitizing. When you have a powered 3-compartment sink like this, what you do is take all those nasty baked on wares of whatever type and variety, you load them into this the wash basin right here. Now again, don't overload it, but you load them in there, go ahead and hit that start button, get it going, and then that person can walk off and retask for the next 20, 30 minutes, whatever the case is, and go do something else. So that labor is not just dedicated to warewashing at that time. So when the cycle is done, or let's say the 15 minutes is all they need, and they come back and check it, and everything's kind of started to break up on there, they come and they finish the washing process, rinse off everything, put it in the sanitizer for the proper amount of time, that 30 to 45 seconds in the sanitized basin, and then they'll go ahead and take them out, stack them up to dry them. So your labor savings on that are incredible, and that's what offsets the additional cost of one of these versus just a standard 3-compartment sink. So I wanted to just be open and honest about that, but these units right here truly do pay for themselves in a very short amount of time, and then it's all good on top of that once you've already met that ROI, which is typically pretty quick, 9 to 12 months, usually on average. So great labor saving and money saving product. Also a great way to keep a happier staff, as we've heard in the past. People much prefer coming over to one of these, loading it up, hitting the button, walking away, and then coming back to finish up the task versus just being stuck on warewashing and scrubbing pots and pans all day. So with that, I just wanted to say thank you for taking the time to tune in. Really appreciate you all watching this video. If you have any other questions or concerns or want to talk a little bit more about this product or even look at a design that may work well for your application, give us a call. We can always grab our information on championindustries.com. Once again, thank you.